Michelle, and I will be your tour guide on this tutorial for video editing in Canva. So the first thing you want to do is pick out what size video you want to do. Now Canva has some right here in the ribbons, or you can go up to here, click on video, and it will give you all the sizes here for different videos. So what I like to use is for my YouTube, I use this video is the 1920 by 1080. And for shorts or reels, I use the Instagram reel, which is 1080 by 1920. And those are my two go-tos. But for this tutorial, we're going to use the bigger size so it's more plain so we can see. So once you click on that, you have a bunch of templates you can go into. There's a search bar where you can search templates that'll give you something to start off with. The other thing you can do is if you need video, you can go into videos, you can go in the search bar and type in anything that you want to do and look for and find a video resource for that. Or the third option is you can upload your own videos. So you can go into uploads, click on your upload files and upload videos into Canva, and they'll show up in your video files here. Those are your three options of how to get videos in. For this tutorial, we're just going to go and pick some random videos. So I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to apply it to the background. We're not going to make a pretty video, just letting you know. So, and then we're going to pick this nice little Christmas fireplace. It is almost Christmas while I'm making this. I don't know by the time you see it what time of year it is, but right now it's almost Christmas. And then let's do one more. Let's do the bridge. And we're going to set all these to background. So now that we have a video set up, if you want to do some stills in between, you can actually add stills in. So what you want to do here, you can add a page, you can go into photos or your uploads. Let's go into uploads. Let's see what kind of images I got rolling around in here. Let's do what am I old picture of my dog. We can do set that as a background if you want to do something like that, if you want to put stills in here. There is another option. I have a more detailed thing in my playlist is where we're going to go into, let's go look into uploads where you can record yourself. So in your record yourself, you can record your camera, your screen, or you can just do audio and you just push the record button. It will record and then you can take it. You can save and exit. It will go back into Canva and then come back into here. And then you can have your own recordings. I record a lot of my tutorials in Canva, and that's what I use as my video editor. So next, we've added our videos, we've added some photos. So the next thing we want to do, say you don't want all of this video. So there's two ways to trim a video up. You can go and use this and trim it in. You can also go and find, say you were playing it and you said, oh man, I don't like that right there. So you go here, stop that line. You're going to go in here, you're going to split that page. And say maybe there's a word or something that you don't like in there and you want to cut it out. So we're going to go here, you're going to play, you're going to take that word out. You're going to go in here and you're going to split again. And then you're going to take this, go here, and then you're going to delete that page. And that'll take that out of it for you. Sorry, I'm a little tongue twisted at the moment. So, and that's how you do that. You can do that. Like I said, you can go in and out if you need to shorten it. The other thing is Canva doesn't have a lot when it comes to playback speed. So we'll look on this one right here and do playback speed. So you can go up to here to playback and you can change the video speed. So you can make it times 2. As you can see, it's shortened that one up. Well, that's not times 2. There you go, times 2. And you can take it down to 0.25. But that's the limit with Canva. So if you need to make it faster, I would do it the way I do it when I'm doing tutorials and I want to do a part of it fast. What I do is I take that, I download it, I upload it in Canva and do it times 2 again. So that'll make it times 4. But it is a little monotonous to try to have to do that. But that's what you have to do in Canva. That is just a pretty picture right there, isn't it? It is so cute. I don't know what they're doing up there. What are they doing up there? I just noticed that. That's kind of creepy, y'all. What do y'all think? What do you think? Ooh, okay, let's go back to my Chihuahua there for a minute. I know that's grainy. It's a really, really old picture. So sorry about that. So now let's say we trimmed everything up. Let's say I want to make this a little bit bigger. So I'll detach that from the background. Let's say I don't want all of that in there. So I'm going to make that smaller. Say I just want a certain part of that in there. I can take this and enlarge it some like this and go like that. And now I have that. I have that part that I want in there and everything is out. You can do that too if you want to. So we'll make that bigger again. So now what we want to do is say you want to add some text. I want to add some text in here. So I'm just going to grab a text and let's grab a couple of elements. So let's see what we got over here in elements. A weird Christmas tree. Let's see. What does that say? Happy holidays. All right. It's around Christmas. So here is one thing that everybody wants to know. So if you just plop them in there, they're going to stay the whole time. But you don't want them to stay the whole time, right? You want them to pop in and out. So here is a little trick you can do. It's called timing. So what you want to do, the easiest way to do, is you're going to highlight this, your text, and all the elements you want to do. You're going to want to hold down the control key and go bam, bam. Now all three of these are highlighted, right? So you can come here and then you're going to go over here to show timing. See this purple bar? It has this right here. And now you can put the timing in. So you can have this, I want this to pop up here and I want it to come out a little bit here. And then I want this to pop in right before that one exits. Here. And then I want that one to come in right after that one's gone. So if you look at it, we're going to look at it kind of in the middle so we don't have to have a lot of time. So you can see, and that timing makes your elements come in and out of your video and not stay in all one spot. Old school way to do that, and if you have a ton of them that you need to do, would be to place your element wherever you want in here. And then you would have to split the page when you want that element to go off. So you would have to do that, and then you would have your new element come on. So every time you would want to change something, you would have to split the page and then add an element that way. We're just taking that. And then you would have to add an element each time with each split. Now, I do recommend that if you're going to have something that's very heavy, like say you have a video that is 20 minutes long and you want to have a bunch of words and stuff on there, it's going to all be on the same page. So if you see this and click on this, everything's going to be on here. So if you add, I am just like randomly add all these on here, and then you want to place them, it really becomes a Mad Hatter situation. So here's another tip for you. So if you want to group these or not group these or highlight these, highlight your first one, hold the shift key down, highlight the last one, then it'll highlight all of these. And then if you go in here and go show timing, and then you move it up, you just have tons and tons of stuff. And as you see, it's just so many that you have to kind of work with. And sometimes you kind of lose what you're trying to do because, like you said, you can't see everything and you don't know where it is and where it's going because it is just too much stuff. So you might want to do like 5 here, split, do 5 on another one, split, do 5 on another one. That is a personal choice of mine. And as you edit more and get used to it, it'll be, what you're comfortable with. So that is splitting and timing. And now what we want to do is look at our transitions. So right here, I have a photo and I want to transition into, let's go in here and hide these timings. So if you don't want to see this anymore, let's go in here and just hide the timings. That will disappear. So say you got your video, your elements, your timing, and everything all set up. Now you want some transitions between things. So you go here to this little like arrow looking button and you press this and then you have all kinds of transitions. You're gonna dissolve, slide, circle wipe, color wipe. The color wipe, you can actually change the colors, you can change directions, you can go all kinds of stuff with that. Line wipe. Match and move is more for animation than it is a real transition for video. That's a whole other subject. Flow, I like flow. It's kind of cool, especially if you got some elements to make it flow back more. And stack. And oh, wait a minute. And we got a chop down here. And chop. So just be forewarned. If you have speaking that's inside of a video, when you add an animation, it will shorten a hair of a second off of here. So if you have a word that's right at the end of your video, you'll notice that it'll get chopped. So you might have to pull that back out just to get that back in. You might have to pull it back out. So let's go here. Let's see if you'll notice it. So we'll go into transition and watch in here and see if you can see the difference in the timing. So we'll go in and push a flow. See how it lost seconds there? It's just a 0.7 seconds it lost right here. So if we go back, you can see that it was 3.5 and 2.7. But once I added that flow, it shaved those seconds off. So if you have wording or any kind of audio that's embedded into your video, you're gonna have to make that adjustment. So it's best to do that in either a dry spot where you don't have any, or you're gonna have to, like I said, kind of remember where it is and pull it back out. So if that was 2.7, pull it back to 2.7. That way you'll have your audio. Just keep that as a mental note. Now, if you're gonna add audio to video, so we have audio over here. Say you want music. So you want some music put in here. We're gonna go with some, don't hate me, I don't know what I'm gonna grab at the moment. If it's loud, I'm going to try not to make it loud. So wherever you want music to come in, the best thing for you to do is hit that so it'll know where its start point is. If you want it at the beginning, hit it here. Make sure your line is here. If you want it at the end, hit it here. That way your music will start, or whatever audio or voice recording you have can go here. Now, if you make a voice recording in Canva, it's going to be different. It's going to show up different. But this is audio that comes out of Canva or that you have uploaded. So we're going to grab this right here, and I'm going to grab it real quick, and I'm going to turn the volume way down on it. And here is your volume settings for that. So you can see that's where I put it. You can also split audio and take a piece and put it over here. You can stretch it out. You can move it around. You can add multiple tracks. So say I want to, this is a sound effect. I can put that under there. You can move it. You can do whatever you need to. The other thing, once you put it in here, you have audio effects. So I use mine a lot in the beginning, and I use one usually at the end. So what I do is I have a fade in and I have a fade out. So that's what I do with those two. And then what I do is my volume, I usually cut the volume down on my audio tracks, especially if there's words, because I don't want it blaring when somebody comes on. So I usually cut them down. If I'm speaking, 13 is my number, and you can just type 13 and push enter. And then you have a fade in and fade out. You fade in and you will hear it fade out. Same here, you can adjust the audio on that. And when you're comfortable with everything and you think everything is set up the way you want it, now you can go to download. So what you want to do is you want to go to download. Now, if you want to do the whole thing, you can just leave it as is and it will download everything. But say for some reason you have a long video and you want to cut it into short videos. Maybe you did a real long one and you're going to cut it into shorts or reels. So you're going to say this part is going to be one reel, this is going to be one reel, this is going to be one reel. So I'm going to take this one. I want 4, 5, and 6. So when I go into file, I can go into download. I can click this off and I can go, I just want 4, 5, and 6 done. And then I can just download that section and make a video. It doesn't hurt anything else in your video. You can come back and make it a whole, re-download it as a whole. You can download it in pieces. You can download it any way you want to. And that is the basics of video editing in Canva. I do have a playlist that has some more in-depth detail, especially on screen recording and other kind of tips and tricks on Canva editing, and a playlist on my channel page if you are more interested in getting a little bit deeper in it. But that's the basis of video editing in Canva. I thank you for stopping by. I hope that I helped you out a little bit. And if you have any more questions, please leave them down in the comments, because if there's something I didn't touch on or you have a question on and you just can't figure it out, please let me know. Hey, I might be able to help you. And if not, I will tell you and I will try to find the answer for you. And for that, I thank you for stopping by. Bye, y'all.